I'm not suggesting everybody can do that because we have two bank accounts in life. Just like we had two ends of the continuum for leadership, we've got an emotional bank account and a financial bank account. Most of us, not me, but most of us worry about the financial bank account. But it's your emotional bank account that you're going to run out when it's cold and windy and you're at night, nobody there to wipe your tears away. It's your emotional bank account, whether you can suck up your pantyhose, a phrase I use, or man up,
right.
Use new parlance.
Yes.
Those are the guys that make it.
Okay.
And the people that can't man up don't.
Interesting. So that's
or woman up, excuse me, ladies.
Yes, woman up. So that's what makes the successful people is you're saying that deep emotional bank account.
Passion.
Okay. And I guess having a support base too to get you through those times.
Correct. The stories, and I know Peter remembers it. Before I had any money, I used to go to the Rolls Royce dealers and sit in the cars and smell the leather, touch the leather, okay? In these days, this is 40 years ago, I went to $1 million houses, and my wife and I would walk through the house, and they'd say, when are your parents getting here, kids? No, we are the buyers, okay? And to get used to it, and that's the reason the castle is so effective. And the reason I stopped giving outside seminars is that the success rate is almost 5 times greater going to the castle, having a butler wait on you, dressing, thinking more of yourself, because self-esteem is the key to high performance. If we feel good about ourselves and we hang around with people, the average of the 5 people that are mostly around is who we turn out to be. And Peter in life. Okay, and that became popular in the 60s when everybody was doing LSD.
Right.
Okay, but I'm high on life. I always have been high on life. I've got a lot of energy. I have the same energy I have today as I did 30 years ago. And I haven't found a need to meditate.
So you're naturally a positive person.
I'm 100% positive.
Okay.
You know, the most contagious thing in the world isn't a positive action, it's a negative thought. And because that can grow geometrically and kill deals, kill even companies for that matter. And so, but I'm extremely positive, you know. I still believe the Wall of China can be built without all the modern equipment. They say now, even with the modern equipment, that the Wall of China can't be built. They say the pyramids can't be built, even with modern equipment. I don't believe that. And the great thing about working with young kids, they don't believe exercise at least 6 days a week. And I got up early, exercised this morning. Most of the hotels don't have good gyms. I mean, some, with greatest respect, some, where I'm staying now, Pennsylvania geeks must go there. Because
you're a weightlifter.
Well, I used to be a big weight, yeah. But I'm still stronger than almost all the other 70-year-old guys that I know. There's a couple exceptions to that. But exercise, what you put in your body, food. I don't drink very much. Once in a while, like last night, I had 2 glasses of red wine, which is an exception. At the seminar, I drink more. I do what you know, what you don't want to do, but that you know that you got to do to be where you want to be.
So you're the hard ass.
And we, as we discussed somebody earlier about self-sabotaging activities, you know, it's why the former CEO of Dunlap about 15, 20 years ago, who was at the top of his game, he got ousted because he promoted some girl from human resources up to such and such, and he wound up that he almost made it public that he was sleeping with her. Now, why would a guy at the top of his game do something so stupid?
See it a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people don't believe they deserve to be there.
Right. You must come across those people
all the time.
What do you do with that?
Okay. I convince them, and we have these drills, why you belong there. A lot of people that come there, you know, with money, that have made money, think they made it by accident. I just had one of my superstars who's made $100 million tell me in the last week, you know, I'm not sure I'm going to have another lucky accident. It's the first time he ever said that to me.
Okay.
I mean, my neck almost went around like in The Exorcist. And I said, you did it. I mean, you know, you tried a lot of things. I believe Thomas Edison, I wouldn't have done it 10,000 times.
Okay.
I would have hired an engineer from MIT to do it. But I mean, I've tried a lot of things. Nobody's failed at more things than I have. And the first 100 million are successes, but I could write a book about failures that'd be like Churchill's volumes, The History of World War II. I mean, because I've tried a lot of different things. Because failure is just testing. And one of the reasons I've been so successful in generating this equity and value in my kids, and I call you all kids, is because I convince them that making a mistake is okay. Your parents probably told you, you can do anything you want that you have passion for. because that eliminates most of the crap. Because most people don't follow their dream. You know, like they say in The Sound of Music, you can't have a dream come true unless you have a dream. Now, I still dream. I dream in Technicolor. I say my affirmations and goals every single night, or at least 5 nights a week. When I'm on the plane, 15-hour flight, I didn't do it on the plane. But I have done it on the plane.
Is this like 10 goals and 10 affirmations?
No, I have 20 affirmations, 17 goals.
And these are constant, or you write it?
No, they change. It's bloody hard to be a high-performance person. I want to make sure I look into the camera. Are they all looking at me?
They're all looking at me.
Okay. It's bloody hard, and any person that tells you any different is full of... Money's not the only thing in life, but it's the only thing anybody keeps track of. It's measurable, accountable. Since the pharaohs,
Okay, right.
size of the pyramids, etc. Okay.
It's a metric you can keep track.
Correct.
I wouldn't say it's the only thing people keep.
No, it's the only thing that you write down. I keep track of the lives I change now. That's a new metric for me.
Okay, that's a good metric. I like that.
Okay. I hadn't really thought about it, whether it's Zen or not. It probably is Zen.
It is a little
Okay,
bit.
okay. But don't give me too much credit for Zen, more than I deserve. But it's not for everybody. But what I give you, Brian, is the ability to have more choice. I'm just assuming I have more money than you. So I'm going to say that I have a lot more choices than you do.
Because you have more money than me.
Correct. And I support 3 orphanages. I support 160 girls my wife and I adopted. We support 25 nuns, a few priests. We support the prevention for cruelty to animals. We support all kinds of stuff because I have more choices in life. I take 4 or 5 months a year traveling with my lovely wife because we can make more choices, because we have been successful. I've worked over 40 years. She's almost worked 30 years.
Do you ever think your money can hinder you in some way?
No. If you work hard at it, practice within when you're without.
Okay.
Is one of my 5 credos. Practice being successful. How many people listening to this today practice being successful today?
What does it mean to practice?
Okay. Through affirmations, through going to the Rolls-Royce dealer, maybe Lamborghini, maybe something else.
Right.
In my particular case, it was Rolls-Royce. And within a year of me going to Rolls-Royce dealer, I had a Rolls. Within 19 months of me dreaming and adding it to my goals, a castle on an island, I own Guthrie Castle.
19 months.
19 months.
Okay. So how can people practice being successful? Affirmations, visualize, go shop for these things.
Go to stores you can't afford. Go hire lawyers you can't afford.
Oh, hire them.
Oh no, use them. Lawyers will meet with anybody. Accountants will meet with anybody. Go to the big 4 accountants with a business idea. The first couple meetings are for free. Jettison probably a lot of the people you'll hang around with. If you have poor public speaking skills, join Toastmasters.
You give that young man.
It's the same advice that I give and the best advice that I got. Just fucking do it.
That's it.
Do it.
It's like the Nike slogan, but with
Correct, except with the bad word.
with a belt.
Mr. Pena, most people procrastinate because they're unsure, so just do it. He said the same thing. But I've never had a problem just doing it. Because one of the things is you learn as a young combat infantry officer is time costs lives. Fred Smith, who I like a lot, who was a similarly trained officer like I was, who was a Marine officer, he said, when I got back out of school, I think he went to Yale, but he's from a very uppity background from Tennessee, one of the southern states. He said, when I learned that mistakes weren't causing arms and legs in life and death, making decisions was easy. Similar for me. We overanalyze because we're unsure if it'll work or not. We're more worried about, on the emotional side, it embarrassing us. And many of the Asian cultures, carry that to the 10th degree. Losing face.
Putting the family name in dishonor.
Correct.
Okay.
Through life with the emergency brake on. It's bad for the transmission, it's bad for the tires, it's bad for the universal, it's bad for everything.
Right. And you never.
Then you take, the emergency brake's on. Then you release the brake. What happens? Oops. Surge ahead, right?
Yeah.
Most of us go through life with our emergency brakes on. And that was easy for me to adopt. And as Jim told me, I still remember at his house, he says, Dan, this will be easy for you because you have high self-esteem. Most of us, and he was talking about himself as well, and he came out of IBM with Ross Perot.
Okay.
That's his contemporary.
Okay.
And he says, most of us keep the emergency brake on because we want a reason not to test ourselves. And But once I get you to release your emergency brake,